Alright guys, so what I was kind of talking about earlier about the other YouTube channels that are out there and a bunch of customers coming in, you know, they're looking for a product that they see on these other channels where the fishermen show their prize catch, you know, a big alligator gar or this or that or this and that, but they don't show the reality of point A to point B, you know what I mean? And in reality, it's A to Z. You know, between there, how many times did they cast out? How many times did they break off? How many times did they backlash? Bait falls off the hook, they have to rebait. How many times did they set the hook and miss? Or how long did they let it run? You know, did they move? Have they rebaited? Did the bait get stolen? Did they not get any hookups? You know, there's so many variables that go into fishing. And that's why with my channel, I choose to show the good, the bad, the ugly, and the worst, because that's what it is. It is real that way.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta line. I'ma call the whole team.
We would have to get with our real guy because we have a third-party company that does it for us. So when it comes in, we have to get with him to see what kind of reel it is. Are the parts already here, or do they have to get ordered? If they're on back order, a lot of times once we get the reel in, we get with them and find out, and then he'll give us, you know, an idea. But if the parts are on back order, a lot of times he won't even take the reel because he doesn't know when those parts will come in. Okay. Yes, sir. You have a good one. Bye-bye. All right. So, you know, like I said, when we catch a fish, we show you a lot of the downtime of us just sitting there rebaiting, recasting, trying out this, trying out that. Okay, our baits are getting stole. They're coming in this way. They're going out that way. Man, I backlash. I broke off. I'm retying. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I show you that because that's what fishing really is, guys. It ain't always all the time that you're always gonna go out there to a specific place, you know, where everybody else is at and you're always gonna hook up. It's not always gonna happen like that. Now, don't get me wrong, there's times when it has. We've gotten out there and as soon as we cast the bait, we're on the fish because the fish are there, they're eating. It was perfect timing. But I want everybody to really understand what fishing is, guys, and it's all that in between of catching and not catching, baiting, casting, tying knots, casting out, you know, trying out a different bait. Hey, you know, maybe they want this part of the crab and not this part of the crab, or they want this. And you got to figure it all out while you're out there fishing. And so I show you all the trials and tribulations on our channel because of that. Because I don't want to pull the wool over your heads, guys. I want y'all to really see how much work it takes to get to, yes, a year later, I finally caught my personal best big old black drum. But I had to get in the water because he wrapped around the shrimp boat that was out there to go get it and on a little kid paddleboard. Like, I had to go through all of that to make that catch happen. I just didn't show you, hey, I threw out and I got this big old fish. I want everybody to know and be able to be fully knowledgeable on what it took to get there. Now granted, sometimes it's the hard way and we always pray for the easy way, but either way we get there, and it's all with the amount of time we put in, the gear we're using, the knowledge we're applying, and then the help of everybody else, because a lot of time we catch these big old fish with the help of other guys that are out there. So it's always good to work with the crews that are out there. Become friends with them, try to work with them and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, you're gonna hook up or they're gonna hook up, and it could be a mess if y'all aren't willing to work together. So again, guys, that's just a little food for thought and for stuff for y'all to chew about and stuff like that. You know, it sucks nowadays that some people can't stand to see somebody else catch fish or somebody else to do good or somebody else to excel. For me and the teammates that I fish with, the guys that are coming in, we got a lot more prospects coming on the team. You know, they're all about just, hey, I just want to see somebody catch a fish or learn how to get to that big old fish? What is it going to take? What do I have to do? What do I have to learn to be able to get there, guys? And for me, like I said, I've caught a lot of fish. I've paid a lot of dues along the way. But for me, if I catch a fish or I don't catch a fish, cool. I don't want to lose or help somebody lose a fish by me not acting to help them out. I'd rather act and help them land their fish and go on from there. Now, granted, I will say this, and I've mentioned this a few times, and there's been guys that can attest this. Like, I was out there kayaking baits. There was a crew of guys that were out there and they were killing every single shark that they were pulling up. And I told them, I said, and they go, hey, will you run a bait for me? I said, I'll run a bait, but you got to promise me you're not going to kill that shark. You already got enough sharks up there. There's no reason to, no, it's cool. I said, well, I ain't running your bait. That was a personal choice of mine, and then they were upset about it. Another crew, I told them that, and they're like, all right, cool. Just run a bait for us. We'll release it, bro. We'll even use your net, this and that. And I'm like, cool. You know, I paddled out a bait for them. They ended up catching too, and they released it. That's teamwork, you know? But you can't hold it against me for my values because you're not the one in the water. You know what I mean? You didn't want to get in to run your baits or whatever, you paying everybody else, hey, cool. But when you asked me, that was my personal, hey, you want my help? I'll help you, but this is what I'm asking. Now there's other guys that were landing a fish and they needed help. They didn't have a net in there, and I asked them, well, what are you going to do when you're going to bring it up? He's like, I'm just going to release it. Hey, here's my net. I had a gaff for a kingfish. They go, let me go use your gaff. No, I ain't going to let you use my gaff to gaff a shark. Especially one of like that. It was a hammer or a tiger or something like that. So you can use my net so you can release it. No, we're going to keep it. I'm like, sorry, guys. Like, I didn't bring my gear for that to be that kind of way of, you know, if you want to kill a big old shark or this and that, then you invest the money, the knowledge to be able to get it up that way. I have earned my knowledge by doing that. I've already caught my sharks. I've already killed whatever sharks I want to kill. And yes, I still eat 4 to 5 foot male black tips because shark meat is good. But I'm not going to help somebody kill a big old monster shark just because they want a pair of jaws. Especially if I know that's all they're going to take off of it and trash the rest. So it is, you know, that's my theory. That just being me. That may just be me. A lot of people may not agree with it. A lot of people may agree with it. Hey, it's fishing. It's a free country. You know, everybody can choose to fish the way they want to fish. You know, and it's up to me too, whether I want to help or I don't want to help. To help everybody, I will. You know, as long as they follow the rules, they're not doing something illegal, or, you know, they're not going to be out there doing something that I wouldn't agree with. You know what I mean? If I don't agree with it, I don't have to associate with you. I don't have to help you. I don't have to, you know, I'll fish away from you. I ain't going to be associated with that. And I've done that. Now, there are other times when people need help. Hey, man, can you give us a hand? We don't know what we're doing. Hey, what are you know, we'll help them out. And then we'll also school them. Hey, man, it's this type of fish. It's got to be this size to keep. We got to do this. Got to do this. Hey, whatever we got to do, you know, and they work with you. There's a big difference, guys, between developing good fishing habits and supporting bad ones. You know, I'm sorry. I've been through so much on piers, on beaches. I've seen good, bad, ugly, and worse. You know what I mean? So, you know, at the end of the day, these are my choices. These are a lot of things that the team sticks by too, because we all want to be able to enjoy this sport, for our kids to be able to enjoy the sport as well. And if we know some guys are out there doing it wrong, that's going to cost our kids' ability to go fishing for them, then we're not going to support it. So, just a heads up on that. You know, I guess that was a little rant that it veered off this way big time, but I just wanted to go and put it out there, you know. Again, guys, it is some crazy fishing. We're getting in reels from all over the place, and we're getting them spooled up and getting them shipped out. So, yeah. Hopefully we can rock and roll with this. We did get a lot of fresh shrimp in, and it's going for $5 a pound. Right now, we're doing a back to school special. We also got fishing tackle, all of our leaders, our bag leaders, our hanging leaders, weights and surf weights. Right now, we've got a back to school special going on. If you're paying with credit card, you get 10% off. If you pay with cash, you get 15% off. Yes, it's a great thing right there, guys. So again, Credit card payments 10% off. Paying with cash 15% off, because obviously the credit card fees, we take that away since you're paying in cash. Again, we're here at 1902 S.P.I.D. We're right across the highway from Bubba's 33, and you can reach us at 361-334-2171. So yeah, let's get after it, guys.